Hi guys, this is Amity coming at you from the Corvid Cache, and today I wanted to show off with you all my purple budget deck profile, Halloween in February. So with this deck, it is completely on a budget. I wanted to kind of have something that people who didn't want to spend an arm and a leg and still play purple for the aesthetic, to have something to kind of have as a base. So what I'm going to go over is the deck profile, cards you can swap in and out to make the deck kind of better, or play a different way to your taste. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, we're going to be playing 4 Pagumon. Pagumon is a Digi-Egg that gives the inherited ability, when attacking, trash the top card of your deck. So this card gets a lot of your combo started and helps you set up your trash so that it does have certain cards in there and be able to meet the needs that you have. For the level 6s, the primary boss of the deck is going to be Metal Garurumon. Metal Garurumon is a 12 to play, 3 to Digivolve into, 11,000 power. Whenever it attacks, you can play 1 purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost, and any on-play effects do not activate. So with him, there's a few different combos to get multi-attacks off, and to kind of set up your board so that you can do early game pushes or late game pushes, depending on how you want to do it. He's a very versatile card. At the time of recording, he's only like $3 or so. He is about as budget of a boss monster as you can get in this deck without completely dropping out of the SR category. So he is super good. Next up, we have 2 Myotismon. Originally, whenever a friend of mine asked me to help them build this deck, Myotismon was going to be the boss monster, but he just really didn't have the power himself to carry his own deck. Myotismon is a 12 to play, 4 to Digivolve into, 12,000 power Digimon who has security attack +1, and during your opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you gain 1 memory. He's a very good card, but he just doesn't quite have the power, and he's a little overcosted to build an entire deck around him. But he is still a very good support unit. So that is going to be it for the level 6s. Next, for the level 5s, we're going to be playing 4 Garurumon. Garurumon is a 7 to play, 3 to Digivolve into, 7,000 power level 5, who gives the inherited ability, once per turn, you can delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. When we go into the combos later in the video, I will kind of explain his usefulness, but he is typically the level 5 that you want to play in your main chain. Next up, we just play a low-cost Digimon, Myotismon. Myotismon is a 6 to play, 2 to Digivolve into, level 7, and his typical use is just to kind of be a stepping stone. For our last level 5, we're going to be playing 2 Pumpkinmon. Pumpkinmon is a 6 to play, 3 to Digivolve into, level 5 with 6,000 power, whose ability is inherited on deletion, draw 2. You draw 2 cards, and then you trash 1 card from your hand. He definitely helps set up your trash in a way that you can kind of pick what cards you want to play and go into them that way. For level 4s, we're going to be playing 4 Vilemon. Vilemon is a 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve into, 6,000 powered blocker, and he does also have the ability, when attacking, lose 2 memory. So you typically don't want to attack with him, you just want to get him out and block with him. He's kind of a linchpin in the deck, because you don't have a lot of defense. This deck does want to just kind of swing face. So with Vilemon, you'll play him and just kind of sit on him until you need to start blocking. And next up, for our main level 4, is going to be Garurumon. 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve into, 4,000 power, and he gives the inherited ability, once per turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. And like Garurumon, I'll explain the main combo that you typically want to be doing with this deck at the very end. For the last level 4, we're going to be playing 4 Devimon. Devimon is super good. He is 6 to play, 2 to Digivolve into with 4,000 power. He has the ability Retaliation, so whenever he's deleted, you delete the Digimon that it was battling. He's good to kind of get blockers out of the way. he also gives the ability Retaliation whenever he is a Digivolution source. Not much to say about him other than he is just very powerful. For the level 3s, which is in any purple deck kind of the bread and butter, we're going to be playing 4 Tapirmon. 3 to play, 0 to Digivolve into. On deletion, you get to draw 1 card. And we'll go over the combos with him at the very end. But he is a very powerful Digimon, one of the main level 3s you will be playing the most. The one you typically want to Digivolve into, however, is going to be Gabumon. Gabumon is 3 to play, 0 to Digivolve into, and gives the ability, when deleted, draw 2, and then trash 1 card from your hand. And for the last level 3, we're going to be playing 4 Devimon. Level 3, 2 to play, 0 to Digivolve into, and 3000 power. Moving into the option cards. The primary option you want to play is going to be Night Raid. So Night Raid, or Grizzly Wing, is a 2 to play. Its main ability is play 1 purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its cost, and its on-play effects don't activate. Its security effect is to activate its main effect. And we'll go over, again, things with this at the very end. Next up, we're going to be playing 4 Darkness Claw. This one is going to be a little controversial. I'm going to go ahead and kind of get ahead of this before anyone tries to leave any comments. You're mainly playing it for its security effect, which is gain 2 memory, definitely just like Hammer Spark, and then its main effect is to give one of your Digimon 3000 DP for the turn. And with this, the main thing is you can buff up certain Digimon to get over other Digimon, because 3000 power will help you get over some blockers in some situations. And then also when you see it in your security check, the gaining the 2 memory will sometimes pass your opponent's turn entirely. It's a very good card, and for a budget deck, it really can't get much better than that. But there are other options you can play, which I will talk about in just a moment. The last 2 cards in the deck are going to be 2 Mat. Mat's effect is at the start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set it to 3. And then on play, return a purple Digimon or a purple option from your trash to your hand. This card is super good, and as of BT1 is the only tamer that purple does have. But it is a very good card. I don't recommend playing more than 2 for this budget deck, but there are things like, there's plenty of wiggle room in the deck if you wanted to try it yourself. So in terms of combos, the main thing you want to do is you want to set up the Gabumon line. So your Metal Garurumon, when it attacks, revives a level 3 or less, gains the ability to delete a Digimon to unsuspend it, and when one of your Digimon is deleted, you gain a memory. So a play that I am very fond of is to attack with a Tapirmon, and more than likely it will die due to a security check. You attack with Metal Garurumon, and you proc his main ability first to revive the Tapirmon, and then you proc Garurumon's effect to delete a Digimon in order to stand Metal Garurumon for another attack. And you do also, the first time he is deleted, you do get an extra memory from that, so you can play other cards. So after that security check resolves, you will attack again, reviving Tapirmon for your next turn. Hey guys, this is post-recording, mid-editing Amity here, and I don't know how this slipped my mind in the initial recording, but you do get to draw a card every time that Tapirmon is deleted. So with this combo that I'm explaining here, you're actually going to get to draw a card once when the Tapirmon is hypothetically destroyed when attacking into security, once when the Metal Garurumon brings it back and deletes it with Garurumon's ability, and then the next turn, if it is destroyed any, you also get to draw a card. Because none of it with Tapirmon is once per turn. That is like the biggest plus of this combo, and I don't know how I missed it. Like, I knew that's how you do it, but here we are while I'm editing, trying to figure out why this combo doesn't sound as glamorous as it actually is. It's because you draw. Well, here you go. Back to the video. Thanks for being patient with me. In terms of things you can change for the deck, If you find the level 6 ratios being a little small, you can tech in some Boltmon. He's a very low cost Digimon, and you can give him the abilities of Wear Garurumon and Garurumon, so he does not have quite the same power as Metal Garurumon, but he definitely does have a lot of the same pressure. Multi-attacking with level 6s is very strong. In terms of Devidramon, some things I see a lot of people doing is not playing Devimon and playing Devidramon instead, because inherited on deletion you gain a memory. So you can swing a level 5 Digimon into security, and when it's deleted, you do gain a memory. This is not a play I'm very fond of, but it is definitely an option I did want to include in the video. Next up, if you're not overly fond of Gabumon, you can remove him in order to play some Impmons, who is, on deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. If you play Impmon and you do have the extra money, I definitely would also recommend playing Beelzemon, but with this being a budget deck profile, I definitely did not want to recommend something that is going to cost players upwards of $60 or even more dollars. And if you wanted to play more Digi-Eggs, Yammon is also an option. His effect is, during your turn, when you have 5 or more cards in your trash, your Digimon gets 1,000 power. If you wanted to play a 5th Digi-Egg, Yammon is definitely what I would recommend, or you could even potentially do a 3-2 split between Yammon and Pagumon, but I would not recommend playing more than 2. Lastly, if you did not like Darkness Claw, if it's a little too niche for you, you can play Heat Viper instead. Heat Viper is a 5-cost option that says you may delete one of your Digimon to delete 2 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. This is just essentially Chimeramon's ability on an option. The security effect is to add it to your hand. It does cost significantly more than Darkness Claw. They do have different niches entirely. They're not really comparable in terms of effect. But when I was building it, I did definitely like having a 1-cost option to let certain Digimon attack over other Digimon, or just to make sure they're safely able to get into security. So that is going to be the purple budget deck profile. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did like what you see here, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you like it. And if you'd like to see any more budget deck profiles, let me know in the comments below. If you really like what you saw here, you can also subscribe for more box openings and new deck profiles. With 1.5 around the corner, I definitely do intend to put out a ton of deck profiles, as most of the decks that I play are from that set. And if you really like what you see here, you can also leave us a tip. If you really like what you see here, you can also leave a tip at my coffee, link in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.